Ka Department of Political Science but Internal Quality Assurance Cell jong ka Sankar Dev College ha ka khat pratarik kala pelong ye kajing kendo lang jong ki Kyrtong MP na Shillong parliamentary seat ban penyeng nia halor ki nongrim kijing thmu bat kijing pentre kam ye kijing thrang jong ki Peit ba lada ki job ha ka ni ka election banwan. Hakani ke Lumpung lawan ban Shimenta ruba Robert June Kharjarin Kyrtong ke RDA u Dr. AJ Singkon VPP but Professor Lakhon Khmat Independent. Nakaliang ke Seng Congress lami Khmat u Samla Manuel Badwar hakajaka jong ba Vincent H Pala but uba MH Kharkrang spokesperson u lami Khmat ya ke BJP. Kaseng NPP kam Shimla Pha Brio Shakani ke Lumpung. Nonghikai bat ki Samla Pule na keleng ki college ke Sor Shillong kilawan ban sngap ye kene ke jing penyeng nia jong kini ki Kyrtong hala ke jong ke nongrim.
Doesn't matter which job you're holding, but we believe as a party that what is important is whatever job, no matter, to respect the job, to do it with all sincerity, hard work, and with dedication. And this is another issue which we see that we can take the state forward. And our state, which is where tourism has so much potential. But what we also see is that along with tourism, it is important for to develop the example the Shillong airport. For 40 years, we see this airport. By now, actually, it should have been an international airport. This is what we would like to see. This is very serious. There is no state, no country which talks about tourism, but then
Dr. Vicky, any content?
Yeah. So, and then, well, there are many, but just before I take my seat, I brought here in this bag something which, as a party, we would really love to see. With so much potential that we have, we, as a party, we would like to see innovation in our state. There is so much that we can do. This is a box, Meghalaya in a box, where we have all the products that, from the state. You talk about ginger, you talk about cinnamon, you talk about black pepper, and so on and so forth. These, if processed and packed neatly and presented to the world, I'm sure this will really boost the agricultural sector and also boost the rural economy, and can also take care of the unemployment that we're talking about. Employment is there, opportunities is there. It's just that we need to see. And so as a party, this is what we present to you. And finally, our party has a vision, and that vision is to revive, to restore, and transform Meghalaya through the principle of clean waters. Thank you.
Houses. They should be given some insurance, and that also a very good insurance plan. It could be health insurance, it could be life insurance, at least a coverage of nothing less than 10 lakhs. It has started, and there's a pilot being done right now in a state called Telangana. And believe it or not, I believe that such an insurance plan, especially for the gig workers or the daily wage laborers, is highly critical. The other promises in which the party is making is saying that secure employment is also extremely important, especially the contractualization of work when it comes to government jobs. You see, we are a state in which there are 37, 38 lakhs population. But if you look at the government jobs, the count of government jobs here hardly 1.5. You look at Sikkim. Sikkim is a 98 lakhs population, but the count of government jobs is in excess of 2 lakhs. So the percentage of government jobs that are available, if the state mechanism would have functioned much better than it is, rather than all the loot that is happening, there is an ample opportunity to create even better jobs in the government. And effective jobs, I might say. So that is another thing I think, at least from the Congress perspective, we are looking at it in a very, very serious way and have given it one of the promises. The fifth promise that I'd like to talk about is also what we call as this, the plan, especially for entrepreneurs. So we have entrepreneurs at every level. What we've been seeing, and as I said earlier, that the Indian economy is only growing, but growing only to the top echelons. We want to change that. We want to change that economic development to the lower section. And for which the corpus of funds in which we have already seen that it's being done by the various governments, but we'd like to reach out even more. More towards the rural belt, more towards the people who actually need, and not just the fluff which is on top. We will not obviously just run schemes on wine making, which we obviously know that wine making is being made by only the privileged part of the society, but we'll do other things which is more important. Maybe we'll be able to reach out. And these are the only 5 promises. Maybe we'll discuss a little bit more, and thank you very much for it.
In getting license in mining list, I don't believe in unregulated mining, but we believe that the law that we have must be in accordance with the land tenure system that we have. We have a different land tenure system comparable to the rest of India. If this is not respected, I do feel that our right on our land and resources is not respected. The Honorable Supreme Court has already declared that the minerals and the land belong to the individual and the clan and the community in the state of Meghalaya. So I do feel that we need to review and revisit how the MMDR, which clearly say that you need to lease your own mineral, your own land from the government who is not the owner of the land. This is something that we will try to relook and revisit. The fact that the President of India has not given and assent to the demand of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly to exempt MMDR is something that we would like to pursue in this election. And if elected, we would like to have a proper discussion with the government of India to ensure that our land right is respected at the earliest. Last but not the least, my dear friends, we have a bigger problem. Each and every family in our society now has the biggest problem, and that biggest problem is how we challenging the rampant selling of illegal drugs into the state of Meghalaya. If we look into this issue, let me finish with this quick. If we look on this issue, we know that most of the drugs, especially cocaine and heroin, has been transported from outside the state into our state. So we feel that we need to strengthen an anti-narcotic cell, especially to ensure that this drug came from outside need to be stopped at all costs. Drug is a global problem. We would like to ensure that the external affairs in the government of India has to impose sanction on those countries who used to produce illegal drugs. And I do feel that if we can do this, we will see a much better future in our state. Thank you so much.
UP, when 2 days you have to travel by train only to cross this border, they are much more developed. Simply because I have already adopted a zero tolerance policy on corruption and corrupt practices, simply because I believe that if we don't practice clean politics, and I'm not here, I've always said this, I'm a teacher first. What I say is you go here and you'll be recording it. I stand here and whatever I'm saying, I stand by it, and you will see that my wife is also present here and she's, of course, all the time in my campaign, not just to add beauty to my campaign, but it's also important that she listens to what I say. Tomorrow if I become rogue, you elect me and I become rogue, you can make her accountable because she is witness to whatever promise I have made. And I stand here with a firm commitment that I am not here to earn money. I have done enough for myself. Time has come that I give back to the state. And I believe that if you elect me as your MP, I will be the one raising your concern that why we are backward, why there is so much of corruption, why there is no development in the last 52 years, how long will we wait? And this is the question I ask myself. If it was possible for me to wait, I would have waited 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. We are already late vis-a-vis the development from this concern. And hence, it is important that right now I can't even wait for a day to stand and make my voice clear to everyone that I am here to bring a ray of hope. Not because I am somebody who has been exposed to all sorts of things. I've done my schooling entirely outside the state. From Arunachal Pradesh, right from class KG to class 12. I stayed in the US almost for 18 months. I have visited Rome, I have visited Frankfurt, Zurich, and so on and so forth. I have seen how development is brought. You stay in US, you don't know from where, I think I must you don't know from where gas is coming. You don't know from water is coming. You don't know where your water is going in the drain. Drain is not visible to you. I stayed in medical college, in medical college of Wisconsin, which is 2 hours drive from Chicago. So, I will just stop. So, there, 8 months, there is snowfall. Not a single day light went off. This is what we are 100 years behind as a country. We as Meghalaya are 200 years behind the US. And to change this narrative, I have come into frame. I would look forward to your support. And I need your support not because I want to become an MP. I think my salary is probably better than an MP salary as a professor of university. It has to be made very clear. I'm not here to earn a living. I'm here to contribute. And my friends, I stand here as a candidate who will raise the concern. And I'm not afraid. I have lived with people from outside this state all my life. I know what the psyche is. I know how to tackle people in Delhi. I know how to raise my voice. Because come what may, I don't ban. I may die fighting a cause. I will not ban. Thank you very much.